My name is Honorable Chinedu Benjamin Obidigwe, Anambra East and West Federal Constituency, Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, my motion is on the relocation of military and police checkpoints close to Amansi Bridge along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House notes that the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, which spans about 100 kilometers, is one of the busiest roads in the country, as it links the commercial city of Onitsha through Awka, the capital of Anambra State, with Enugu, the capital of the former Eastern region. The House also notes that the expressway, which was constructed in 1980s, had so deteriorated that large portions of it has been converted by people into corn and cassava farms and trading points. However, it is currently undergoing reconstruction, with the consequences that traffic is now very heavy on the old Enugu-Onitsha highway. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House informed that there is a bridge which was constructed in 1970s at Amansi, Awka, in Anambra State, along the highway, which was not meant to withstand heavy loads, especially now given its age. But there are military and police checkpoints mounted very close to the bridge on the Enugu State and the Anambra State ends of the bridge. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House also informed that when traffic builds up on approaches to the checkpoints on the two axes, it stretches on top of the bridge at Amansi, thus making the bridge to continually vibrate dangerously, thus raising the specter of the likelihood of the bridge collapsing at some point. If the heavy vehicular load continues to sit on it as a result of build-up of traffic on approaches to the two checkpoints, the House cognizance of the need to ensure that the vehicles, especially the heavy and articulated ones, are not made to stay on the bridge for lengthy periods, owing to the traffic build up at the military and police checkpoints close to the bridge at Amansi. Honorable colleagues, the House resolved to call on Chief of Army Staff and the Inspector General of Police to cause the relocation of the military and police checkpoints close to the bridge at Amansi along Enugu-Onitsha Highway to at least 2 kilometers before the bridge to avoid traffic build-up on the bridge. The House also urged the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to ensure the speedy completion of the reconstruction of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway to ease the pressure on the old Enugu-Onitsha Highway. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House further urged the Ministry to urgently undertake structural tests on the integrity of the bridge and fill up the potholes close to it that contributes to the traffic buildup. The House mandates the committees on Army, Police Affairs, and Works to ensure implementation. I hear so move, Mr.
Thank you. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Obidigwe, please move or lead the debate.
Colleagues, I remain Honorable Chinedu Benjamin Obidigwe, Anambra East and West Federal Constituency, Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, this motion became very, very important owing to the kind of suffering we in the southeastern region of Nigeria are undergoing as a result of the dilapidated road infrastructure in our area, especially as it concerns federal road in the southeast. Mr. Speaker, the old Enugu Onitsha-Awka Express Highway is the only available highway in this axis of the southeast. The main express has totally collapsed, such that no vehicles are going through that road. Mr. Speaker, but we are being faced with a serious challenge. That challenge is that within Awka and Enugu axis, there are two checkpoints. One at the Anambra axis is the military checkpoint, whereas that of Enugu axis is a police checking point. These two checking points are very close to the bridge linking the boundary of Enugu and the Anambra, located at Ezu River, especially at the Amansi border. Mr. Speaker, that bridge has been very ancient, very old, and ordinarily deserve not to be overloaded, or it cannot stand a very long traffic any longer. But when there is a build-up in traffic, you see vehicles, especially the heavy vehicles, staying on top of that bridge for about an hour, 2 hours, which is very dangerous to the commuters. Mr. Speaker, also this motion is urging the Ministry of Works and Housing to look into our road, Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, to ensure speedy completion of that road. For our people are suffering, the goods are suffering, everybody are suffering, including Mr. Speaker, if we are coming to Anambra tomorrow or next or any day, we are not going to be surprised if you stay on traffic between a shorter distance of Enugu and Anambra for more than 4 hours, simply because of bad potholes and bad roads. Mr. Speaker, our people are yearning for help. We are crying out for assistance. We are crying out that people, Nigeria, Ministry of Works and federal government should hear us, as we don't have roads. The access on Onitsha, Enugu and Awka. Mr. Speaker, this very motion is very, very mimical on the ground that if not for the intervention of some of our honorable colleagues, including Vala Anyika, who is here, we would have not been going to Enugu and Anambra. It is very, very bad, Mr. Speaker. Our people need attention, immediate attention, to cry out loud. We don't have roads in the southeast. I hope all my colleagues are here because they are hearing me. And I believe what is good to the girls is also good to the gender. If we are building other parts of the country, we should also extend very quickly to the southeast. If we are not building other parts of the country, we should also extend to them very quickly. We need road. The road users are suffering. Our goods are being dumped anywhere, everywhere. Even the cement, to convert cement from one part of the country to the other part, sometimes you see the vehicles spoil on the road as a result of the bad road. And at the end of the day, the vehicle may get, the cement and everything, the goods may get spoiled. Mr. Speaker, that's the essence of this motion, and I appeal for this honorable House to see the need of helping our people, especially that they will be very glad to hear that this motion yield the best, deserve the result. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the Motion as amendment, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.